Let's discuss how you can catch a falling knife if you're so inclined to do so. Now remember, the risk of trying to catch stocks that are on a steep downward trend is obvious and one needs to be careful. But let's take a look at Tesla here. We can see today, and today being the first trading session for 2023, is down an additional 15 to 14%. In fact, as we start 2023, market's been open for about 4 to 3 hours. We can see that since the highs here of 2021, Tesla is down 75%. That's huge. And we can see even off the highs here of August and September, it is down an additional 67%. So the question becomes, is there an opportunity for those who like to buy discounted instruments when they are on a free fall, and whether you can take advantage of the current price? Now, this is the weekly. What I would say is a couple of things to consider. Number one, as long as the weekly RSI is below 30.9, expect that the downward pressure is gonna continue. As long as the weekly RSI is below 30.9. Keep that in mind as we go along. Something else to consider right off the bat is you can imagine how many people are holding here and they are not happy. In fact, they are seeing massive losses. So we can assume that immediately after this big drop, there's going to be a lot of remaining sellers. As prices drift higher, people who own the stock at higher prices are going to be unloading. So this is going to mitigate some of the upward thrust. But needless to say, there is definitely an opportunity here at some point to go along this stock and anticipate a massive reversal. This could be major lows. This is the daily. And again, on the daily, understand that as long as the daily RSI is below 30.9, expect prices to continue drifting lower. We can see recently we went below 30.9, which is here in December, from a price of about 160, and the stock is still below 30.9 and continues to trade at fresh lows because the RSI is below 30.9 on the daily. So the weekly and the daily RSI need to eventually recapture the level above RSI 30.9 if there's going to be any recovery. Now let's go to the 2 hourly, a smaller time frame. And right here, I would say right now, one could start taking small bets that this is where we start seeing a reversal. Now, I know it is very early. Again, we have a weekly RSI and a daily RSI below 30.9. But as we go along, I'll explain why you start buying a portion of your eventual full entry into the stock. You start buying it here. Why? Because I'm saying that there's a possibility here that if we can take back the recent hourly lows, and I would say that let's say at about 108, which is this current lows here from late December, if we can retake that level, let's call it about 107, 108, that's good. Keep in mind, we have a possibility that the RSI here improves, and that improvement of the RSI is going to be holding and not going below 30.9. So on the smaller time frame, we can see that 30.9 could become an area where if it reverses above this level, then that is positive divergence and support above RSI 30.9. That tells me to start building a position for a recovery. Yes, it's a risk buy, but then the upside is also there. Remember, we are down 75% off the highs of 2021 and 65% off the highs from September. So this is already a deeply discounted stock. This was one of the best stocks in 2019 and 2020, and for sure it's going to have a big bounce at some point. Something else I wanted also to consider is we can take a look at the ETF that tracks this instrument, the Bear ETF. You can see this ETF has done exceptionally well over the last couple of months. Of course, that makes sense because Tesla is down. But now I think it also represents us with an opportunity to track Tesla's price, because if we take the recent daily closing high, which is right here, we can see that today, January 3rd, the first trading session for this year, it is moving above the previous daily closing high, and that price is at 90.61. So I would say if we see that this instrument drops back below 90.1, in other words, there is a failed daily breakout, that is a sign that this stock is running out of momentum if it cannot break out. So that would be something to watch. A failed breakout is a good entry for Tesla if this stock fails. And of course, this is the ETF TSLQ. Now, another thing we could also anticipate here for adding onto our position, because the best approach obviously is not to go and buy 100% of your intended position. You can take a 20% entry when you see a failed breakout here and keep adding as you see other technical parameters line up. Now, there's also going to be another buy signal if and when the stock breaks this recent daily closing low at about 78, call it about 78, 79. If it breaks this, below this would be another sign, a second red flag, that this instrument has run out of momentum. Remember, if it's gonna break this level, and again this level is a recent daily closing low here, it means that A, we had a failed breakout, which would have been the first initial red flag, and breaking below this $79 price level would be a second red flag, a reason to add on to our Tesla position. So I would watch this. Keep in mind, if it's gonna fail the RSI on the daily, it's gonna have to move below 69.1. Taking a look at the monthly for Tesla, a quick reminder: it is always best to buy momentum breakouts, because this is when the stock is at its most favorable. As we can see here, it would have been more advantageous if we were looking at a situation where Tesla was breaking out and these were perfect entries. In fact, we caught most of these breakouts on Muade.com, but that's a side note. Now the question becomes, can somebody take the risk, an institution who can hold the stock for 1, 2, 3, 5 years, 10 years? And I would say around here, Tesla is a great buying opportunity, especially for institutions. Why? Because if I take a look at the RSI, we can see the last time it made this area of the RSI, we can see that there was a reversal. So I call it about the RSI level at about 38.2. The last time we came to this level, 38.2, we bounced, which is the lows of 2019, major lows. And here we are again. So that's one reason. I think when Tesla moves back and is positive for the month, in other words, if the RSI shows support on this line by moving the price into positive status for the month, that is going to be a sign that this is a good entry even as of right now. You anticipate this sometimes just before they happen. Now, there's one other line I'd like to propose as to why one can take a gamble and try and catch this falling knife. And the risk is obvious that if it doesn't hold this area of the RSI, then chances are we are going much, much lower. Keep in mind, again, we got this back test line. This line right here was very, very instrumental, because once Tesla broke out here in late 2019, you can see the stock went on a massive run. Now we are coming back to test the same line, the black line. It looks to me like around here, if we turn positive, if we find support. And again, let me show those two lines. Line number one is the back test line. If this line can hold, and it needs movement back above the line to confirm this. So positive, turning positive for the month is needed. And if you take a look at the prior lows at RSI 38.2, this is an area of interest. If I were an institution, I'll be looking to add on to build a huge position, especially when it turns positive for the month, anticipating even here at about 105, 106. This is where you start building for a major recovery in the coming months. And again, in the coming months, we might look back and say, dang, we should have taken advantage of this great opportunity. Let me propose one more line. It is the line connecting most of these lows, and it looks like that. I'll draw it something like right there. That is fine. All right. It connects the lows of the RSI here, this double bottom lows, these lows here and here. And we can see that once we retook this level back above this level here in 2019, it became support. And here we are again. And the question becomes what to do if we see that this is an area where it starts turning. Obviously, this is where you anticipate a major move to the upside. And this could take the stock off this major low going into the next couple of months and years. Institutions should be very sensitive to the fact that, again, on the 2 hourly, it appears, in my opinion, the stock wants to form positive divergence. Wait until it moves above 107, 108 as a confirmation of this positive divergence here. And something else, also bring in the MACD on the 2 hourly. You can be patient and wait for it to clear this MACD resistance area here. It stalled here, came close here. So the best buying opportunity is when it moves back above this area of the MACD where it was recently rejected. And those are some of the things we can look at when trying to catch Tesla's falling knife.